Ride with the Women Road Warriors Tuesdays at 8, 7 Central on TNCRadio.live.
Catch Landline now every night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, along with an encore presentation weekdays at noon, right here on TNCRadio.live.
Come on in, everybody. It's time for the Southern Route. So what's the Southern Route all about? Well, it's about Southern stuff. Southern people, Southern music, Southern food, Southern nights, Southern traditions, nostalgia, and so much more. Hey friends, I'm your host Shannon Courier. If you are joining us for the first time, hello, I'm so happy you're here. If you've been listening from the beginning, thank you, and I'm so excited to have you back. Tonight, I'd like to welcome you to the Best Friend episode of the Southern Route. I'm going to introduce you to my best friend. Her name is Susan. We met in second grade. We've been friends for 40 plus years, and I guess that makes us antiques. That's right. That's why I said 40 plus, because it's over 40. We're not going to tell you exactly how many of 40 plus. So not only are we going to share some good Southern girl best friend stories tonight, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Susan is an ice cream lover. So somebody out there thought it would be necessary to create ice cream flavors for Southern folks. Or I'm going to assume that's what they were thinking when they decided to make comfort food ice cream flavors. I'm just going to tell you, I'm not expecting some of these to be very good. But while we're talking about our Southern girl stories and best friend stories, we're also going to do some ice cream tasting along the way. But before we get to the fun stuff, let me tell you a little bit about Susan. She is a nurse, and she's done everything from beginning of life to end of life. She's worked with brand new moms after giving birth, and she currently works with end of life hospice patients, doing end of life care and working with their families. She's a nurse manager for an amazing hospice facility in a little town right next door to mine called Tallahassee, Alabama. I don't know about you, but I think nurses are pretty special people. It's one of those jobs that not just anybody can do. Pretty special people. She agrees with that.
Yes.
And of course, my favorite nurse is super special. So I want you to share with our audience what made you go into nursing. I mean, I was in school with you, and school was not your favorite thing in the whole wide world. But I tell you, nursing is not easy. So what made you go into nursing, and why do you love it so much?
Well, no, high school was not my favorite thing. I went there to socialize. You are absolutely right. That was my favorite thing to do. What made me go into nursing? Probably when I had a car accident when I was 18 and was in the hospital a couple of weeks, in a wheelchair for several months. Rehabbed and at home and going to rehab and everything. And I think going through that, I had been in college a little bit, didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And then after going through that experience, I think that made me decide I wanted to be a nurse.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I guess you find your calling and you fall in love with it. Nursing has got to be, in my mind, one of the hardest fields to go into. I mean, you almost might as well be a doctor. You have to know almost as much as they do.
That was probably, nursing school was probably the hardest thing that I ever went through, besides, having a car accident and stuff like that. But nursing school, I don't know that I could go through it again. It was so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nights of doing care plans, staying up at 2:00 in the morning, crying, trying to do care plans, learning tests, because we had, you had to pass dosage and solution exams, just to make it on to the next level. So, but yeah, that was probably one of the hardest things I've done. And I wouldn't want to have to do it again. I love my job. I love being a nurse, but I don't know that I could go through the school again.
Now, I know you're a nurse manager actually now, so you don't have to every day go out with the patients. You're making sure the nurses that are in your facility are taking care of the patients and that they're doing everything they're supposed to do. What do you miss about being out of the field?
Oh, seeing the patients for sure. I'm doing hospice. I've been in hospice since 2007. And so when you're out in the field, going into these homes, seeing these patients, how you're helping them, you're educating them, you just form a bond, with these patients, and they're so sweet, and you just want to love on them and hug them. And the families are so appreciative of what you're coming in and doing and educating them on how to take care of their loved one at the end of life. You're teaching them all about disease processes, even just showing them medications, how to take them right, change a patient in the bed. I miss patient care. Yeah. I feel like a paper nurse.
I could understand that. Yeah, I think that's the part I would love the most. I'm sure you get attached to some of these families. Do you have some that have really impacted you through the years?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, we don't take on children or anything, but we've seen them as young as in their 20s, up to 9, we've had 104-year-old patient. So, we've seen a broad spectrum. We see all different kinds of diseases and different patients. So, yeah, it's very rewarding. People ask me all the time, oh, how do you do this? How are you there helping people pass away? And you have to explain, you're helping them, you're educating them about the dying process, and you're helping the families and the patient pass away comfortably. That's the goal.
Not only giving the patient comfort, but the family comfort, because you're helping them understand what to expect on a daily basis.
Yes, what to expect. What can happen. We can explain the disease process the patient has, and then explain what they can see at the end of life. Because every disease process is different. Every patient is different. So some experience things that the others don't experience. But yeah, so we're in there educating, we're loving on these families, trying to teach them what to expect. And, they've got somebody to lean on. They've got somebody to call at 2:00 in the morning when mom or daddy's experiencing something that they're not aware of. And we're there to kind of talk them off the ledge and go and love on them and show them emotional support. And, that's what we do.
I can imagine it would be rewarding. I can imagine how difficult it is too. But at the end, you can help a family pass and their loved one pass with understanding and compassion, and just having somebody there for them has to mean a lot to these families.
Oh, yeah. And they're, once the patient passes and you're there, helping get the patient cleaned up and calling the funeral home and straightening everything out and talking with the family. I mean, 99.9% of the time, they're so very appreciative for you being there, teaching them and hugging on them and giving them the support they need at such a trying time. And then you might see them out in the grocery store or something, months later, and they still remember you and come up and hug you and say, oh, this was Mama's nurse when she was passing, so it's very rewarding. Yes.
So you've definitely touched lives. You're making an impact on people's lives through this process.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you've done everything from, like we said, beginning of life to end of life. Mm-hmm. What's been your favorite area to be in and why?
Okay, so I did OB at the beginning of my nursing career. I did mother baby at a hospital in Montgomery, and that was very rewarding as well. You got to love on the babies.
I think that'd be my favorite.
Oh yeah,
I love that baby smell.
Yes, you got to. We we had a mother baby unit at the beginning. So we, helped the mom take care of the baby. We would help the mom bathe the baby if we needed to. If mom needed rest, we'd take them back to the nursery, and then we would feed the baby in the nursery and bathe them then. So that was very fun, loving on those little sweet babies and hearing that little cry. And, you just want to pinch their little cheeks and kiss them. And,
Absolutely. I love that.
But my favorite, I've been fortunate enough to do, the beginning of life and the end of life. And I love both of them. I've loved all of my nursing career. That's all I've ever done was beginning and end. And I can't say one of them's my favorite because I love each one differently.
And for different reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
well, I could see how both would be very rewarding. It's always exciting to see new life, and I know, I've seen you attend funerals of people that have passed. You're invited to the funerals from these families as you've seen them, in their life peacefully and be with their families. And I know that has to mean a lot as well.
Yeah, it does. We're with them from the beginning. From the sign up on the hospice, visiting until the very end. We try to attend the funeral, the visitation. We're there from the beginning to the end.
Wow.
Yep.
So you've seen the whole circle of life firsthand.
I have.
What a blessing.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a blessing. I think it makes you appreciate life. Being in the accident you were in, which was pretty catastrophic, I have to say. And then seeing beginning of life, end of life, you see the whole circle of life. That's got to be pretty rewarding.
Yeah, it is very rewarding. I recommend anybody that wants to be a nurse to go do it. You're never too young, too old.
Well, and they always need nurses. That's one of those fields. They're always begging for nurses.
Yes.
So if you've been considering it, now is your opportunity to take advantage of it.
Go do it.
You can do it. You can do it. All right, guys, we'll be right back. We've got to take a quick break here on tncradio.live. We'll be right back on the other side.
It's Landline Now, followed by Steve Summers' Overnight Drive every night on tncradio.live starting at 11 p.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Central.
Hi, I'm Hope Savara. Join us every Monday on TNC Radio Live at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's Building Strong Minds.
Ready for the power of positive and something that will put you back to a time you wanted to last forever? Music is the ultimate time machine. What was your favorite time? Do you want to go back there? LTD Radio features the songs of the 70s, 80s, and 90s that will transport you to a happier time. It'll make you smile and brighten your day. We could all use that about now. TNCRadio.live is proud to carry the great music of LTD Radio.
Join Tom Kelly and the rest of the team each day on the Morning Grind. Then stay tuned for an encore presentation of last night's Landline Now. Weekdays on tncradio.live.
Welcome back to the Southern Route on tncradio.live. I'm your host, Shannon Courier. I'm here with my best friend, Susan, Circle of Life nurse. Thank you for joining me today. We're already having a little fun here, and you heard us talk about ice cream in the first segment. We didn't really cover any of that yet, but we're moving on to the fun stuff now. And we've got some ice cream flavors that we've got to try that somebody decided that they needed to invent. And I'm going to tell you what they are. We're going to try these throughout the show. So we've got honey cornbread with strawberry jam.
I don't know about that.
We've got Kraft macaroni and cheese. Yeah, I'm thinking that one's not going to be good. We've got espresso chip. That one doesn't sound bad. Hot honey. That one's iffy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Grey poupon with salted pretzels.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I can try that.
I'm already thinking,
Hope they don't mind if we speak on the radio.
we've got Planet Earth. We're thinking that was going to taste like
I know dirt, but it's
yeah.
green.
Yeah.
Oh
it's green.
gosh.
It's going to taste like grass.
I don't know. I'm scared.
And the last one is Bourbon Cherries Jubilee. So we're going to give these a little taste test because Susan is the ice cream lover. So first of all, tell me what your favorite ice cream is.
Oh, my favorite ice cream is Blackberry Southern Cobbler by Bluebell.
Ooh, I love Bluebell ice cream too.
I love it. But you know, the past two summers, it's a seasonal ice cream, of course. I like any ice cream except chocolate.
I know.
Okay.
She never has just 1 gallon in her refrigerator,
No.
freezer. I'm just telling you.
I like all different flavors of ice cream, like I said, except chocolate. But this past summers, and Bluebell, if you're listening, y'all need to put some more some more blackberry stuff in there. It's getting a little skimpy.
That's right. See, everything changes. Economies,
I know.
everything's changing.
I
They
know.
skipping on stuff.
Yes.
Bring on the full flavor, I'm telling you. Well, my favorite is probably mint chocolate chip. That's my favorite ice cream.
I like it.
I love me some mint chocolate chips now. And you've gotten me to try some different flavors over the summer. So, all right. So we're going to bust out this session with trying an ice cream flavor. Which one do you want to try first? You want to try something that we think is going to be good, or do we want to start with something bad?
I say let's get the bad out of the way.
Get the bad out of the way. All right.
So we're going to do the Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh, Lord. Kraft mac and cheese.
See, I love mac and cheese too now, y'all.
I do too, but it's not in ice cream. Wait, all right, here we go with clinking spoons. All right, Kraft mac and cheese. Here we go. We're getting a scoop.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, we're getting a scoop.
Oh,
I
don't know.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
Y'all,
I don't like that.
this is not good.
It's orange,
Mm-hmm.
like the color of the mac and cheese, and it's creamy.
Kind of like cheese, like the,
I don't like that.
ew. I'm just, mm-mm.
Let's not do that.
No, Kraft mac and cheese. There will be no second taste of the Kraft mac and cheese. That one's probably going in the garbage. Let's try a sweet one because we got to get that out of our mouth.
All right, let's try the bourbon cherries jubilee.
Bourbon cherries, Jubilee, anything with bourbon and cherries got to be good, right?
Some cherries.
All right, don't eat the paper.
Oh.
I didn't
No,
pull all
I
the
didn't.
paper off of that one. All right, just eat around it. Oh, might be a little melted.
It's fine. I like, hey, y'all, I put my ice cream in the microwave for 10 seconds to let it start melting. I don't like it hard.
All right. Bourbon cherries, Jubilee it is.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have much flavor.
It don't.
Does it have a lot of flavor to you?
I got a cherry.
Did you? I'm not a cherry fan, but
I love cherries. But now this one is like way better than the macaroni and cheese.
well, yes, anything's better than the
it's all right.
macaroni and cheese. That one's okay. Yeah, not my favorite. All right, well, tell me about this.
Mhm.
Do you have any memories around ice cream? When you think about ice cream, you got anything like growing up that you think about?
Yes. When I was little or when we were younger and we used to hang out at the mall and they had Baskin and Robbins in the mall,
Yes.
in the food court. And they had that bubble gum ice cream. It had the little
Yes.
tiny pieces of gum.
Yes.
And it wasn't anything special, but I would still love it right now. if I could
Vanilla
find
ice
it.
cream with bubblegum pieces.
Yeah, that's all it was.
I remember that. It wasn't my favorite, but I do remember it. I don't think you can find
loved
it anymore.
Nope, I loved it. And then they had, I guess, was it Superman? Remember it was
Yes.
bright blue and red, whatever that was. That was very good. And then I remember when we used to go to the mall and you'd get it too. I'd get ice cream cones and we'd go in the photo booth and take pictures. Still got a picture of me licking some ice cream in that picture.
Y'all, I think they brought them back actually, but there used to be photo booths in the mall and you go put your dollar in or whatever and you could get in there behind the little curtain and take pictures. And Susan always used to take pictures of that thing. And I do. We do still have these tiny little 1-inch square pictures of us with ice cream cones in that photo booth. It cracks me up. So 40 plus years later.
Quit saying
I
40
know
plus
it.
years. Just say most of our life.
Most of our life.
I mean, we are, shit.
That's right. That's right. 50 is the new 40 is what they say. So we're going to go with that. Yeah, we still have those pictures, those ice cream cone pictures. It cracks me up. We were so goofy back then. I mean, y'all, there's so many stories from back in the day. Well, let me say my favorite ice cream first. My favorite ice cream, I used to love Baskin Robbins chocolate chip. They had my favorite chocolate chip. But growing up, we used to sit on the back porch and we used to have those hand crank ice cream thing,
Yeah.
You got to sit on, take turns and crank for 15 or 20 minutes. We used to make homemade peach and banana ice cream, and that was some of my favorite memories. But with my parents, and we used to love going to the mall. We had all kinds of fun at the mall. We used to go to the arcade and play Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Lord, we'd shut those machines down. You had to find that pattern, and we'd be over there for like days and days,
Oh, yeah.
But, we used to walk down to the Zippy Mart. Susan lived in the same neighborhood I did. So we'd go over to each other's houses. We'd walk down to Zippy Mart and get ice cream. We'd walk down to Zippy Mart and get Laffy Taffy, walk over there to the baseball field across the street and watch the boys play baseball and
Oh, yeah.
all that good stuff, hanging out in the neighborhood for hours. Parents didn't know where we were. There was no cell phones. There was no like 360.
No.
Be gone for hours. We could be dead. Nobody'd know it.
We came in when the street lights came on.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. All right. We're going to try another ice cream. Which one you picking next?
You pick.
Oh, gosh. I want one that's good. I want, let's try the espresso one.
Espresso. Okay.
All right. The espresso, it looks like what coffee ice cream would look like with little chips in it.
I bet you're going to love this one.
And that's what it tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yes.
coffee ice cream with chips in it.
I feel like I just got a piece of, did you get a piece of like some cake or something?
Yeah, there's something besides the chips in there.
Mm.
We didn't even look to see what all was in these because we were afraid we wouldn't try them.
Yeah.
We just had to dig in and start eating it. But I'm gonna have a second bite of this one because this one's really good.
Yeah, this one's good. And I figured you like it because you like the chocolate chip stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a favorite so far. Espresso Fior di Latte chip.
It's got a fancy name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, espresso chips, what I'm gonna call it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. All right.
I say we try one more bad one.
All right. Wait, do we want to try hot honey?
I wish people could call in. Tell us which one.
I know. Tell us which one to try. We're assuming 3 more are going to be bad. Planet Earth, hot honey, and Grey Poupon. I can't imagine that any of them are going to be good. But
Let's do it. Let's just do the Grey Poupon.
let's just do Grey Poupon.
And
Let's
get it
just
over
suck
with.
it up
All right, people.
and get it out of the way. So this is Grey Poupon mustard with pretzels.
It smells like it too. Oh, I don't know
It
if I
smells
can.
like mustard.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can.
Oh yeah,
eat
we
that.
probably shouldn't have smelt it first.
I know.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
let you go first.
Oh gosh. Well, I sure appreciate
Oh,
that.
there's something crunchy in there.
There's pretzels.
Oh,
in
that's
there.
right.
Pretzels. All right.
Gosh. Don't make it. Don't.
Oh.
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 Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh. It's so bad.
Oh gosh. I hope it's near break time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a break on that one, y'all. It literally tastes like mustard. Oh my gosh.
Don't. I don't recommend that. Oh.
Yeah, that's really bad. That's really bad. We're gonna take a break and go get a sip of water. We'll be right back on TNCradio.live.
Reverse Gears moved to Thursdays at 8, 7 Central on the Travel Network channel, tncradio.live. You're invited to ride through the stories of and music that made the memory makers we call the soundtrack of life at our new time, 8, 7 Central, Thursdays on tncradio.live.
As a professional driver, the engineers at Front Lane know that you remain focused on the road regardless of weather and traffic conditions. That's not always true of the drivers behind you. Every 9 minutes, another commercial vehicle is rear-ended by a driver failing to control their speed. And guess who gets the blame? When you have to brake quickly, Tailbone illuminates a series of bright red LED lights that allow the driver behind you to react up to 50% faster. Using amazing accelerometer technology and a battery that will last for years, Tailbone meets the standard set by the NHTSA and the FMCSA. Learn more by visiting www.frontlane.com/tailbone. That's www.frontlane.com/tailbone. Approved in all 50 states, it's Tailbone by Front Lane.
Industry movement Trucking Moves America Forward is telling the story of the industry. Our safety champions, the women of trucking, independent contractors, the next generation of truckers, and more. Help us promote the best of our industry. Share your story and what you love about trucking. Share images of a moment you're proud of. And join us on social media. Learn more at truckingmovesamerica.com.
tncradio.live, your commercial driver navigation station.
Welcome back to the Southern Route. I'm your host, Shannon Courier. We are back with my BFF, Nurse Susan, not Nurse Ratchet. You're not a Nurse Ratchet, are you?
I hope not. Some people might think I am, but
One of the sweetest people I know, so I'm going to say no to the Nurse Ratchet. We've been talking about a few memories and talking about some ice cream flavors that we're trying here. If you're just joining us, we just about gagged in the last segment on Grey Poupon ice cream with pretzels. I'm just going to tell you, not good. So do not, I don't know. You might want to try it for yourself. You know, it's one of those things where I say, oh my gosh, this tastes terrible. Here, try it.
yeah.
You want somebody to experience how bad it is. Don't want to do it alone.
Hey, and I love ice cream, and at least try it one time.
Yeah, well, one time was plenty on that one. My throat's still burning from that. It's probably going to taste it all night. So, I mean, we could spend hours just talking about memories that we have. Again, we've been friends for over half of our life.
I got on to her for saying over 40 years.
For over half our life, girl. We grew up roller skating. We used to go on Wednesday nights for penny a pound night. And we had to, you'd go to the roller skating rink. Looney's was the roller skating rink. It was the place to be. And they literally had a scale out there. And however much you weighed, you paid a penny for however much you weighed to get in, which was less than what the actual price was to get in. But we'd go roller skating.
To go back to those days when I thought I was fat.
I'm telling you, those are the days you thought you were fat and you wish you could go back.
I don't know. I was paying $1.10 to get in there to skate.
We had the best time sitting in there eating that square pizza and doing the shuffle.
That's the best pizza.
Gosh, yes. Our friend Warren, doing the tunes, and we do couple skating and waltzing and shoot the duck and the races and Simon Says. And Lord, we tried Simon Says. I'm just going to tell you, Simon Says on skates is not easy. And we tried it about, I don't know how many years ago it's been now, probably 15 or 20 years ago. We had a reunion and tried it again. You should have seen us out there on those skates trying to keep our balance playing Simon Says. We did not win. I'll tell you that.
Oh, but you did good. Now, you did fine.
I don't know about that. That was pretty hard. Couldn't get down to shoot the duck anymore. I'll tell you what.
To be able to get back up.
That's the thing. You can get down, you can't get back up. We've had so many memories. Gosh, walking to school together. Our elementary school was literally right across the street from our house, from my house where I lived on the corner. And Susan would come over just about every morning. My parents would leave for school and we'd get ready to go to school, and they were gone, and we put on makeup after my parents left, and I got busted. One of my teachers ratted us out for wearing makeup to school, and I got in trouble for that. You know, we grew up cheering together. We both cheered for Pee Wee football.
Yeah.
We cheered in junior high school together, at Cloverdale Junior High School. They called it junior high back then, y'all. It wasn't middle school, it was junior high. Our school was 1st through 6th grade,
Yep.
7th through 9, 10 through 12,
Right.
which I feel like is the best breakup of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
classes, if you ask me, but they don't do that anymore. But yeah, so we cheered together for a long time. We even coached a
Oh, yeah.
cheerleading group
Sure.
together. We had a good time doing that. We used to sit in our room with the boombox and waiting for the radio station to play the song and hope the host didn't talk through it, because you wanted to record it so you could make you a mixtape.
You're probably wondering, what is a boom box?
Yeah. You're gonna have to look it up. We don't have time to explain what a boombox is if you don't know what it is. But we used to listen to those, Friday night requests. You call in.
Call in.
This is Shannon. I want to request song XYZ for my boyfriend. You got to have a song and a memory about a song. Got to.
Song. I mean, it's like Heaven. Was it Brian
Adams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that
used
was
to
a good
love
one.
that. Drawing a blank. You're the one that remembers all the good songs.
Oh gosh, I don't remember many of them, but I remember In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember that because that was our 9th grade prom song.
Yep.
I always remember that song. And I remember going to 9th grade prom and all that. I remember we used to go down at graduation. It wasn't even our senior graduation. We went down, I think, all 3 years,
Yep.
10th, 11th, and 12th. We went down all 3 years, and I always drove. I had a Camaro, and we cruised up and down the strip.
Yeah. Went to the beach with all the seniors.
Yeah, we couldn't be left out of anything. Went to the beach with all the seniors, and my Camaro had a hatch that opened in the back, and we'd pop that hatch right down the strip, playing Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard.
Yes. Oh yeah. Sitting on the window sill of the passenger side. Oh yeah. Didn't we get pulled over?
Yeah. Yeah, because that was against the law.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were rebels even back then.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. We had this place. We actually went and saw it not too long ago. I don't know. It's probably been, 5 or 6 years ago. There was a place here called The Crosses. And there was an old man. I mean, he was old back when we were growing up. And he had a lot of property. And he really wanted to tell people about Jesus. But he had these crosses all over.
Yeah.
And he would have signs that say, you're going to hell and all this stuff. But he had a little building, and you could go in and talk to him. And I don't know if you remember what he looked like. Do you remember what he looked like? He always actually reminded me of pictures you have seen of the devil. He had like a long white beard, and he had those pointy eyebrows.
I don't remember him.
He was always so nice,
I
though.
remember signing that book in there.
Yes, he had a visitor book.
Yeah. I wonder how many crosses he had out everywhere.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. We went back and looked. We went back and found that place. How many years ago was that?
Probably not long after y'all moved back.
Yeah, so probably 6 years
Didn't
ago.
we take kids?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we took our kids and drove out there and found the crosses.
Parents.
Oh gosh, he was so harmless, even though it looked scary to kids. He had like little fake fire pits and stuff, but you could go out there and sit and visit with him. Again, it's one of those times when your parents had no idea where you were, or what you were doing, and here we were out there talking to this
Stranger.
this strange person in the dark.
He could have kidnapped us and threw us in a dungeon.
He could have. He didn't. He passed away several years ago, and it's not lit up anymore, but it had lights everywhere and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah. That was fun stuff.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We were always out doing crazy stuff like that.
We had fun.
We did bonfires and
Mhm.
mudding and spotlighting, looking for deer.
Yeah.
We had good times. That was what it was about growing up back in the
Oh, yeah.
day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there was this one road called 13 Bridges. You remember 13
Yeah.
Bridges? You know, there's 13 bridges going, but only 12 coming back
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Well, that should be pretty popular. I'm sure people everywhere have heard about 13 Bridges.
You hadn't looked up 13 Bridges. You should go look it up.
Yeah. And what's that lady at Huntington College? What was that lady?
The Red Lady?
The Red
Is that what
Lady.
they called it?
Was it Red Lady?
I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
What was her deal?
I don't even remember. Where?
I think that there's a college here in Montgomery called Huntington College, and it's an old college. And there used to be a story about a lady apparently got killed there or something.
Yeah.
If you go look in the windows of a certain building in a certain room at night, you can see the red lady in the window. She's red because she's covered in blood.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound lovely?
That's what we were doing as teenagers. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my Lord. All right. We're moving on to the next ice cream flavor. So we have honey cornbread and strawberry jam, hot honey, and planet Earth left. I say we choose the worst one because I want to end on something good. Do we think hot honey is going to be worse or planet Earth is going to be worse?
I'm going to say planet Earth. Oh, maybe
I don't know. Planet Earth doesn't smell terrible. Hot honey doesn't have a smell.
I say planet Earth.
All right. So we're going planet Earth on this try. I don't even know what kind of ice cream it is. I can tell you that it's green.
It's green. It's got something in it.
And it's got green stuff in it.
Versus.
Yeah, you're going first this time.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
It doesn't taste like grass.
Mm-mm.
It tastes like
Almond? I don't know.
pistachio?
Yeah.
Pistachio and something.
Yeah. I don't know what those little soft things are that we're biting into.
I don't either. Kind of cakey.
Yeah. Like a cookie?
Sort of.
That's not
I have
bad.
no idea what it is. It's not terrible.
So yeah, try planet Earth.
All right. Planet Earth, we would recommend. It's different.
It is.
Something very different about it.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure what it is. It doesn't taste like grass.
Mm-mm.
So I guess that's a good thing. Or dirt.
Or dirt. Yeah.
Way to go.
It is. I mean, I don't know if it's pistachio or
Yeah.
something.
Wow.
It's good.
That one's not bad. Give Planet Earth a try.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're closing out this segment. We got to take another quick break. We'll be back with our final segment, our final 2 ice creams, and a couple of more stories for you. Here on TNC Radio Live, I'm Shannon on the Southern Route.
I'm Shelley Johnson with Kathy Tuccaro. You can hear us Tuesdays on TNCRadio.live at 8 p.m. Eastern on Women Road Warriors. And don't miss Steve Summers' Overnight Drive right here on TNCRadio.live, weeknights midnight to 5 a.m. Eastern. Brought to you by Hot Shot Secret.
TNCRadio.live, your commercial driver navigation station.
Hey drivers, did you hear music on TNCRadio.live that you really liked? Or maybe you heard us interview an author of a book you'd like to read or listen to. You can get the books, music, and other products you hear about by going to our website at www.tncradio.live and clicking on the shopping cart.
Hey guys, we're back for our final segment here on the Southern Route. I'm your host, Shannon Courier. We've been hanging out with my best friend, Susan, Nurse Susan, that is. And we've been sharing some memories of us growing up and trying some of the weirdest ice cream flavors that we have ever seen. Somebody has been out there trying to make comfort food flavors, and I'm just going to tell you a couple of them were not good. So Kraft macaroni and cheese, no go. And Grey Poupon and pretzels.
Nope.
Yeah, I think we're still trying to digest that one. So that's a no recommend on those. So if you try them, please let me know what you think about them. But we absolutely think they're terrible. So Susan and I, they say, a lot of times you have a friend that is a friend for a season, and the best thing you can have is a friend for every season. And Susan is that friend. She's been a part of my life, even though we lived apart for 22 years.
Yeah.
We lived somewhere separate. I moved and we didn't live here, but it's one of those friendships that just remained strong. And so when I moved back here, 7 years ago, it's been so much fun to just be back. And there's always been memories over the 20 years we've made together, but now it's like daily memories. And, some of those fun memories that we used to make, we're making them again. We're just a little older doing it.
Just a little bit.
So, we're still loving the beach. We still love laying out by the pool. We still love going out for dinner. We still love taking goofy pictures.
Yeah. Take pictures, people. Take pictures.
And print them.
Yes.
Which I find myself not always doing. And Susan's so good at that. She'll come every so often and bring 4 or 5 pictures she's had printed of things that we have had done. And then I go buy frames for them, because you forget to take pictures for one thing. And then you forget that, oh, wait, they never get printed.
Yeah.
So I've got a box full. I'm the memory keeper, I think, in our group.
Absolutely. She remembers things that that really happened. I don't know about that.
Well, when you have pictures to prove it, I guess it really does happen. But I tell you, there's lots of times I'm glad we didn't have pictures like we do now.
Yeah.
But I've still got all of my yearbooks. I've got buckets of pictures, and every so often we'll pull them out and start looking through them.
Notes.
Oh my gosh, I do. I still have notes that were written back in high school. Yeah.
You got everything.
I do. Well, Mom didn't get rid of a lot of things either. So she kept some things, I kept some things. And so, I've got a lot of good memories in there. So we've got 2 more ice cream flavors to try. We've still got hot honey and honey cornbread with strawberry jam. But while we're trying these last 2 flavors, we're going to play us a little game too of would you rather, and you get to answer the questions.
Oh, I do?
Yes,
Okay.
you can answer the questions.
All right.
So these are just random things that came up. So, all right. So would you rather your gas gauge never work or your phone never show the charge percentage?
I would prefer my phone never show the charge percentage, because I would freak out that I would be running out of gas. I'd probably be at the gas station every other day just because I'd be so worried.
Are you a half tanker fill up, or do you wait till the end to fill up?
Now, I do wait till the end because I want to get all my gas out and get all my money's worth. But still, I depend on that gas tank, that gauge.
Have you ever gotten down to 0 miles?
I've run out of gas one time. One time.
That's all it takes.
In my years, somebody had to bring me gas.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to do that again.
No, I've been down to 0 miles and coasting into the gas station.
What would you prefer on that question?
I would probably go with the charge not showing too. Because if it goes out, I'll just plug it right back in and off you go.
Right.
That's a simple process. But if you run out of gas,
that's
a big deal. Then you're stuck.
About that.
No, can't have that. All right. So would you rather know how to win any argument, or would you rather be able to tell when someone's lying?
I'm a good people reader.
Me too.
I can look at their face. So I feel like I could tell when somebody's lying. So I guess I need to go, since I can already tell that when somebody's lying, I need to go know how to win an argument every time.
That would be a skill.
Yeah.
I usually think about things after the fact,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I wish I'd said that.
Yeah. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Let me call back up. Yeah. I don't like to argue, but I try to get the last word.
Yeah. Well, isn't that what a woman does?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Would you rather buy all used underwear or all
gosh.
used toothbrushes?
Oh my gosh. I don't know that I can answer that, Shannon. All used toothbrushes, that means they've been in people's nasty mouth,
Uh-huh.
or underwear that's been on their nasty tail.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, I don't know.
I think I'd have to go with underwear only because it might make me feel better if I had to turn them inside out or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I think I'd have to go with the underwear
The
too.
mouth. Ugh. I don't know that I could use somebody else's toothbrush.
No.
I mean, I just,
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it. I think I could do it. All right. We have a break. We got to take our ice cream flavor here. We're going to go with hot honey.
Okay.
We're
Here
trying
we
hot
go.
honey. 2 more to go.
It doesn't have a
Hot
smell.
honey, no smell.
You go. Dig in.
I got to dig down in there because it's kind of melting on us. So I got to get down in there where the actual.
Melted ice cream is good.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Don't gag yet till I get it in my mouth, or I won't put it in there.
It's not terrible. I mean, it's not awful, but
It's not awful. It's got a kick. You got that kick? Got a little kick.
that's why it's called hot honey.
Yeah. Did you get a kick?
No,
Maybe you need to get one of them crunchy things.
there's crunchy things in there.
Mm-mm.
Maybe
I
that's
had
what the hot
kick.
face is.
Yeah,
like.
there you go. Yeah.
I can't.
It's not bad. It's not the worst one, but it's not the best one to me.
Yeah, that's not terrible. Not the best. Not terrible. I mean, all right. The little pieces have a little hot to them.
A little twang.
Yeah.
You don't know what a
twang.
twang is?
Y'all know what a
Is
twang
that a
is?
southern thing?
I'm sure it's a southern thing. It's a twang. And we're not talking about an accent.
Mm-mm.
Twang.
It's got a twang.
Something's got a twang to it.
All right.
I don't know what that is.
Last one, people.
All right. Last one. What is it?
Honey cornbread with strawberry jam.
This one's gonna be good.
All right.
When you say cornbread, it's gotta be good.
Yeah. Wonder. That's just a southern thing too, isn't it? Everybody loves
Cornbread.
cornbread.
Doesn't everybody love cornbread?
I would think so. Oh, with some jalapenos in there and some corn and some cheese. Oh,
You just fancyifying your cornbread.
What?
Do you put sugar in yours?
Just depends. I do like sweet cornbread, and then I like.
I do, but I want to know it's sweet cornbread before I eat.
Right.
I don't want to expect regular cornbread to get sugar cornbread.
Right.
I like that one.
Well, that is cornbread.
It is cornbread. The texture's even
Mm-hmm.
cornbread. It's crumbly like cornbread, but that raspberry's good. Raspberry's good.
It's different because you got the crumbles in it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's cornbread, so it's not the worst either. But it's still not my favorite.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is going to be that the chocolate, the espresso,
That's probably my favorite.
the coffee, because it tasted like coffee, and I love coffee.
Yeah, she got me hooked on coffee.
Oh,
Never drank coffee till I came down here looking for a house to move.
Come on, now.
Never drank coffee till I came down. You got me hooked on that turtle coffee.
Oh my gosh, that's very good. If y'all haven't ever had turtle coffee, I can't even remember the brand. Was it
World
World
Market. I don't even think they're open anymore.
I don't either. With a little vanilla creamer in it.
Yeah, she got me hooked on that.
Slap your mama. Mm.
I went home, drank so much of that. I was like, ooh, I was getting the jitters. So then I decided I better drink decaf, and then I had a headache. And I had to wean myself off of it. Now I drink regular old coffee.
I love coffee.
She likes flavors. She drinks flavored coffee too, y'all.
Oh,
Ice
yeah.
cream of all kind of flavors, chocolate and coffee
Flavored
with all kind of
coffee.
flavors.
Flavored creamers. I love all that stuff. Blueberry cobbler creamer. Woo!
Lord,
Oh, good stuff.
I think we got some more stuff to try. Lord. Y'all, it's been an hour. I don't know if y'all can believe it. I can't believe it. It's been an hour already. We've had a great time. Thanks for joining us, Susan. Thanks for doing this with me.
Thank you for having me, of course.
I'll be seeing you tomorrow. We've had a good time, y'all. Anything y'all like to hear talked about on the show, shoot me an email. The Southern Route, and my email is southernroute@tncradio.live. I'd love to hear from you all. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you see out there. And I hope you have a best friend that's as awesome as mine. If you had one and you aren't connected to them anymore, reach out, rekindle that friendship. And if you do, don't forget how awesome they are. Don't let those friendships die. We always say every short girl needs a tall best friend. We are opposites. She's blonde, I'm brunette. She's tall, I'm short. But we make a good team, that's for sure. All right, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your week. We'll talk to you next time on the Southern Route here on tncradio.live.
Don't forget, you can hear all of our TNC Radio primetime shows again on our podcasts. Just go to tncradio.live/podcasts or search for tncradio.live wherever you listen to podcasts.
Do you have the tncradio.live app? It's free and easy to download. Just go to app.tncradio.live, Google Play, or the App Store. Get access to live streaming radio developed by drivers for drivers. Download the tncradio.live app today.